What is up and welcome back. It's Scovos again, bringing you another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over and touching base on Escape from Tarkov, what the game is, and what to expect, especially if you're trying to determine whether you want to buy it or not. Now, to start right off with saying that this video is aimed at people who have never researched the game, who have never looked into it, and who have definitely never played this. So a summary of Escape from Tarkov in their very own words is a hardcore story-driven MMO featuring elements of FPS and RPG unlike the casual shooters. So overall, Escape from Tarkov is a first-person shooter and it has survival elements. So for example, if you get shot in the leg, it will slow your movement, and as a field medic would, you will have to tend to those wounds in real time. Escape from Tarkov is also the most in-depth shooter I have ever seen with my very own eyes. You can change every single aspect of a weapon, down to the trigger mechanism, through the scope, the cambered sights, and even the round that's chambered in the weapon. This game certainly caters to the hardcore first-person enthusiasts out there. So one of my first impressions from Escape from Tarkov makes me think a lot of Path of Exile compared to other RPGs in that genre. Clearly this is not an RPG, not a dungeon crawling, sword slashing, magic using game, but the depth and complexity that Path of Exile has with its crafting and looting system is very similar to the depth and complexity that Escape from Tarkov has with their weapons and looting system as well. So in-game right now, currently there are a few different modes that you can choose from. The first mode being PMC Survival, so you hop into a raid with your main character, and any gear you pick up from whether it's scavs, PMCs, or different AI that you kill, you can loot them, take their gear, and then eventually make your way to an extraction point. If you extract, then you get to keep the gear you picked up. If you die, other players can loot your body and take the gear that you carried into the raid. The only items excluding from this will be items in your secure container. The other mode is hopping into the raid as a scav. So when you go into a scav, you join the AI faction with a random set of gear. You can go up against PMCs, which are going to be those main players' characters, or other scav players as well. Scavs are naturally non-hostile, but if you do engage with them, they will become hostile towards you. So with scavs, you can loot those bodies and again make it to that extraction point with no risk of losing your own items. If you extract, you get to keep the items you looted in that raid. There's also an offline mode that uses the same tactics as the other two modes. With this mode though, the exception is that when you die, you do not lose anything, and if you extract, you do not gain anything you bring out from that raid. So this is a great mode to practice and familiarize yourself with the game without risking anything that you do not want to. At this very moment, Escape from Tarkov is still currently in closed beta, but when you do purchase the game, you get instant access. So to touch base on a little bit of history for Escape from Tarkov, development started in 2012 and is a traditional full purchase release with no free-to-play or microtransaction elements. There is still the possibility of a release on Steam after the game's full official release, and plans for DLC content in the future. So on December 28th of 2016, the extended alpha was announced to select users who had pre-ordered the game, with 4 different tiers of pre-order access available. On March 24th, 2017, 5 years after the game began development, the non-disclosure agreement was lifted, allowing users to stream and talk about the game, post YouTube videos, and other information to the general public. On July 28th of 2017, the closed beta began, granting all users who previously had access to the closed beta in waves throughout the course of a week. Some users were granted access within the first couple days. And that leads us to where the game currently is in closed beta. And like I mentioned a moment ago, anyone who purchases the game now will be granted guaranteed access instead of being granted access in those waves. And one of the biggest moments in the history of Escape from Tarkov came in late 2019. It was a huge update known as the 0.12 patch. It added a new map and a bunch of quality life features, as well as giving players a hideout where you can hang out in between sessions. The biggest notable change for this was they moved the entire project over to the latest version of the Unity game engine. Along with Escape from Tarkov switching over to the latest version of the Unity engine in 2019, they also started posting a live-action thriller miniseries on YouTube called Raid. Racking up millions of views, the miniseries gained a lot of popularity and drew a lot of attention to Escape from Tarkov. Not only did this live-action miniseries gain a lot of attention and a lot of traction, but they also briefly partnered with Twitch. So to snowball with the traction and momentum from the live series, switching over to the Unity engine, they also had this Twitch drop feature. So anyone who linked their Twitch accounts with their Escape from Tarkov accounts were able to earn in-game items simply for watching Twitch streamers just play the game. So with all of this attention and Escape from Tarkov rising up the charts on Twitch, becoming one of the most popular streamed and watched games on that platform, huge streamers like Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, Dr. Lupo, and others jumped on board and fell in love with this game. Now, everything hasn't always been glitter and gold. There has been some controversy surrounding some employees at Battlestate Games, which is the developer behind Escape from Tarkov. So in 2018, Battlestate, the developer and publisher of Escape from Tarkov, abused the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or the DMCA, to pull videos down from a YouTuber who criticized their game. Now, they said in response to this, we had to use this tool in order to stop the wave of misinformation. We don't want to scare off anybody. It was applied to only this person and only in this case. But months after the investigation, more YouTubers came forward and said that dozens of strikes had been filed against him illegally, which impacted their income and livelihoods. But Battlestate nor any of its associated companies had any comments on that topic. Now, as shady as that may be, and especially before Battlestate flags this video, I want to say that this really does not affect my opinion on this game. This was in 2018, so it's nearly 2 years ago at this point. But on December 30th, when the Twitch drop promotion was live, one of the Battlestate team members pointed a real gun at their head and pulled the trigger. So in some reports this gun was real, in others it was fake, but either way the gun did not go off and the employee was perfectly fine. This was their joking reaction of a cosmetic item costing millions of in-game currency. Regardless of it being meant as a joke or not, Twitch took it very seriously and cracked down, permanently banning Battlestate's Twitch account. Now, whether or not we can hold an entire company accountable for one person's actions, that is up to you and your opinions on this matter, but it's in recent news, so I definitely wanted to bring this up and mention this in this video when you're trying to decide whether you want to purchase a game like this or not. So as for purchasing this game, you have to keep in mind that this game still is in beta form, meaning that there will be occasional server-wide resets and a reset starting everyone from square one when the game fully launches. Now, this could be a downside or an upside. For me, it's personally an upside because I don't want to jump into a game late and then be far behind the curve. So on day one of the full release, I have just as good as a chance as anyone else to be at the top of the food chain. Now, most of us aren't really sure whether this game is going to hold on for a long period of time or not. I would love to see this game to come to full fruition and be a huge game, especially when it's fully released. But I want to know your thoughts and opinions on all of this, whether you play the game already or whether you're going to purchase it or not, and why, in the comment section down below. And that will wrap up the video for today. I want to thank you for stopping by. Please click that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a bit, and it'll help me help you by putting out more quality content. And if you did like the video, you can also click that thumbs up button. If you did not like the video, you're more than welcome to click the thumbs down as well. And as always, let me know what you think below in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on all of this. And if you want to know right when my videos go live, you're more than welcome to click the bell icon to get notified when they do right away. And just a heads up for all of my followers, subscribers, and my loyal viewers across all of my social media channels, I will be rolling out my YouTube membership very soon, so keep an eye out for that join button on my YouTube channel. This is going to include exclusive giveaways, extra entries for those giveaways, exclusive playtime for some of the tiers with me on any game that you want, and other various rewards. I'm also open to suggestions and ideas from all of you still sticking around this video long enough to hear me talk about this. As always, I hope you have a good evening, morning, night, afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are, but thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in my next videos.